It's starting, I think. Okay. So first, I would like to give the floor to Eva Rykowski, which is our project coordinator from Poland, and she will explain and introduce to all of us the Ingenious project. Whenever you're ready, Eva. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you, Sylvia. And thank you, everybody, for joining us for the last time. And I'm quite happy that we still have quite a good audience, that you are not tired with us after seventh workshops we had. But indeed, the workshops were quite interesting, and I know that there are some interactions afterwards. So it might be good to keep in touch and to see how it will work with our open calls. So I will say a few words, just a short presentation of our project. Where's my project? Okay, let me just see. I cannot find it. Can you see my presentation?
Not yet, Eva.
Okay, let me just see it now. What happened? Mm, I don't know what is happening, but unfortunately, I cannot share the presentation. One minute, and I don't know. I've been doing it for so many times. Mm. Oh, well, unfortunately, just one moment. I really don't know why. Hold on. Mm. Okay, I will do the presentation without without it's just the one slide. So probably for most of you who was with us for past workshops know the slide by heart. So our Ingenious project is a 3-year project in single market program. Our consortium is composed of 4 clusters from different sectors of industry. My cluster, Mazovia, it's an ICT cluster. Then we have our host, MI4, which is metallurgy industry, I would say heavy industry. We have BalticNet Plasma Tech, which is excellent plasma cluster from Germany, and Nano Progress, which is a gold cluster from Czech Republic. So what we do in our project is we want to support the SMEs, first of all, our members, to digitalize and to be more green. So all our activities are concerned on these topics. We have identified 8 challenges around which we build our activities, and the challenges.
Sorry, Eva. Sorry,
Yes.
Eva. I have the presentation if you want. Do you want me
Oh, okay.
to
Yes,
share it?
please do. Yes,
Yeah.
please do. Thank you very
Wait,
much.
wait, wait a minute. I will do.
I don't know what happened. Yes, such a great
I,
presentation.
so it's just this. Can you see it?
Yeah,
Okay, it's
Yes,
just
Azucena,
this
zoom
thank you.
in.
slide.
Yeah. So our workshops, uh, we designed around the challenges to make make the challenges, the burdens, the obstacles more familiar to our members, and try to find solutions. And so far, our presenters I would say more of them were solution providers than the challenge owners, but fingers crossed that with the projects we will have both, and it will be a balance, a good balance between it. So we will launch one open call for the SMEs. Each SME can apply for 6,000 euros. Azucena will tell a little bit more about it. We are planning to award from 6 to 9 projects. Means that the money will be from 120 to 180,000 euros, which is quite a nice sum. We also offer internationalization grants that the companies can go abroad and can widen the market and to see more perspective abroad, plus the training grants. These are the trainings for the SMEs, for the I would say for the biggest need of the SMEs. So we build a portfolio of experts and trainers, and the SME can choose itself the topic and the language and the expert or trainer to get the training from. So I think it's a great opportunity as well to get the skills up or reskill. We will also train ourselves. First of all, because we want to support our members in this digitalization and in this growing green and eco more. The most important training for us will be this resilience building and recovery plan for the SMEs. So we will afterwards we will be able to even give the training to our members. Our website, www.ingenious-eurocluster.eu, is running. So you are all invited to visit in the website. You could see some informations. The open call documents and applications will be available on the date of call launch, means 2nd of May at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we all invite you to visit us and to check. And of course, we encourage you to contact us in case of any questions. We are all here for you. Mm, and I guess that's it. And of course, visit us on our LinkedIn, and we are also very active on Twitter. So stay tuned for updates and more informations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eva. Sorry for the, the problem with the presentation, but I think it was all said, perfectly said by you. Thank you very much. Now we go on with Azucena Jimenez, my colleague from Meta Industry 4, that will explain how the open call will work. And well, Eva have already said a few things about it, but Azucena will get more into detail whenever you're ready, Azucena. Thank you.
Sorry, I will share it again. I don't know. Um,
Now we can see it.
can you see? Okay.
Yeah.
So as Eva introduced, we will have we will fund innovative projects with the ingenious innovation grants. The total amount of money of the budget for these grants are 1 million of euros. So um, the objective of the innovation grants is to the funding of innovative and collaborative projects in the area of energy intensive industries. How? Through giving financial support to SMEs for them to develop projects. This is the way this Ingenious is going to help SMEs to accelerate the implementation of the digital and green transformation. So the proposals of the project are quite wide. I mean, the themes that you can afford can go from these ones: the affordable, clean, and efficient technology solutions, development of new business models, innovating on service technology and production lines, or even opening new markets. About the requirements of the projects, they must be in a TRL level between 6 to 9. So there must be innovative projects, known research projects. The project duration is going to be 1 year, and there will be no option to make them longer. So the proposals will be submitted by consortia of 2 to 3 SMEs. I'm saying that SMEs will be beneficiaries, but the proposals must be presented by groups of SMEs, not by independent SMEs. So even if only SMEs can be beneficiaries, you have to take into account that other organizations, as big companies, universities, technological centers, can be also supporting these proposals by other ways of funding, as for instance subcontracting, or even with no funding, because there can be another interest, as for instance to use the final solution that you will get in the project. So SMEs shall be in the energy intensive industry field, or being providers of solution to this field towards green and digital transition and resilience. The consortium composition is as follows. So one SMEs must be a challenge owner, and one SMEs must be a solution provider. If we are talking about a consortia of 3 SMEs, then the third one can be either another challenge owner or another solution provider. So, sorry. So concerning the funding, that is the most interesting part here, you have to take into account that the maximum funding per SMEs is 60,000 euros. And in in this 60,000 euros, you will have to do a training of 2,050 euros. That is compulsory, but this is part of training. So you will have more information also in the web page about this. So the maximum funding per project is 180,000 euros in the case that we are talking about 3 SMEs consortia. The type of financial support is the lump sum, and the payments will be as follows. The 50% of pre-funding amount will be given at the very beginning after signing the grant agreement. Then after 6 months and with the validation of an intermediate report, you will get 25% more. And at the end of the project, when you present the final report and we validate it, then you will have 25% more. This is a timeline of the interesting things of the open call. So at the proposal, the open call starts the 2nd of May, and you will have 2 months and a half to submit your proposals. Then the Ingenious team, the 4 clusters, will have one 1 month and a half to review all the proposals to get just the eligible proposals, and also to do a pre-selection of proposals that we will transfer to the evaluators. The evaluators will start doing the assessment by the 1st of September. They will be independent experts, and no evaluators of one country can evaluate proposals of the same country. So everything is going to be very transparent and very fair. At the end of October, they will pass to Ingenious team the ranking list, and we will uh, communicate to the projects, to the awarded projects, the amount of this that they are awarded. Sorry, I didn't communicate very well this. So at the end, the evaluators will pass us a ranking list, and we will award the projects depending on the funding available and the score of the ranking list. After this, from the 1st of November till 15 December, the awarded projects will sign the grant agreement. And after some time of relax and Christmas time, we will start the projects by the 1st of January. So, as Eva introduced before, all the information will be available in our webpage. Here you have my address, contact address. I will be the one. I can be your contact point, or even other my colleagues from the other three clusters, depending on your country and on if you have already more relation with them. So all of us will be very happy to answer all the inquiries. And well, I want to take advantage of this time just to ask you to be active in our chat, because most of you have some ideas of proposals, and you are probably looking for partners. So you are really welcome to put your contact details, or to try to make any connection or any networking in the chat that we have now in the webinar. So I think this is all from me. So Silvia, if you want, I can stop sharing the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you, Azucena. As you have said, yes, please feel free to use our chat on this webinar to put your contact details, or to just say any idea that you might have and you would like to share. And also, if you have any doubt, of course, you can unmute yourself and ask the question out loud, or use the chat for that. And yes, as Azucena have said, the most, I think the most important date right now is it's 2nd of May, which will be the opening of our open call. And I think in the following weeks we will be doing info day webinar. So any doubts that you may have, we can be answered there. And anything that we can help you, please do not hesitate to contact us, Meta Industry 4, or any of our great partners in this project. And yeah, I think we can go on with the webinar in the main part that we will be the reason why we are here today, which is listening to our three great speakers that we have, to which I would like to say thank you for being here and for accepting our invitation. We will start with Guillermo Sanchez from the company TDTIP, that will share the presentation titled Research on Biodegradable Materials for Additive Manufacturing based on the Revalorization of Cider Production Wastes.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Guillermo, perfectly. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Azucena, Silvia, for inviting me and to allow me to present Tritif in this forum. Today, I will go through the history first of Tritif, and after that, trying to show you what Tritif is and what we are doing here in Tritif. Okay, Tritif was founded in 2016 as a spin-off of the University of Oviedo. From this point, was making its way as a startup with the help of okay, some private investors who bet in the company. And in 2018, when the first prototype of the AM cell machines, the machine you can see in the screen now, was presented in the Fornex, the most important AM fair in Europe. And from this point to 2022, we have been working for the company's market launch, which took place last year in 2022. Okay, after this brief Tritiv history introduction, you may be wondering what exactly does Tritiv do? Okay, so Tritiv is focused in automation of additive manufacturing. We are AM machine manufacturers. We have two products on a hardware level, and we have also a software for managing the production and also to control the individual machines. Is IBAM the commercial name, and at the end, the idea of Tritiv was in the beginning, okay, there are a lot of AM technologies, but there is a problem. There is no automation in the AM machines. If you want to scale your production, you need more people in your factory. Our idea is through this software and through our hardware with sensorics and electronics, try to optimize to automate all the process. I will go through this in the next slides. I don't know. Okay, business lines. Manufacturing and sale equipment, machines, software. We develop software and also offer software as a service. We have also a Scala. The Scala is the concept we use for turnkey solution in AM. We offer for our partners, we call partners factories that open below the technology of Tritiv. And the last point is technology developers is the way we like to call this. At the end is R&D projects to develop new technologies and new materials, different lines. Okay, the products, the commercial products at a hardware level is the AIMCell. We have two machines, the AIMCell 8300 and the AIMCell 1400. The second one is small outside, but bigger inside. The working volume is 0.5 meter. It's a robust machine. The first machine installed was in the Spanish Army. It's a machine certified for the Army, a large format. Have also a heated chamber, which allows this machine works with technical materials, and is also controlled by our software. And the flash product is the AIMCell 8300. Is able to produce 24 hours, 7 days, remotely controlled. Has, for example, automatic calibration of the plates. Have also a storage, automatic storage. Once the printing job finish, the machine itself is able to storage the platforms, and for the next day, the operator take the parts and deliver. And in the software part, at the beginning, when we started with this idea, we realized that there was not other software in the market useful for this purpose, for automate and control different factories in different locations. For example, in Europe, think, for example, we have here a proof of concept in Asturias, a small factory, just to to show that it's possible to manufacture remotely and totally automated. But the idea is, for example, now we are opening a new factory in Valencia to have another point for manufacture. We will be able to distribute the parts. Depends when the parts should be installed or delivered. Okay, Scala is just this idea. Is we are not we don't like to call us as machine providers. We are more technology providers, and we offer, or our idea is to open these distribute factories that we call Scalab. Scalab is just all the treative technology put in some place, hardware, software, and also the support of treative central here in Asturias in engineering, in design, design for additive manufacturing, uh, yeah, develop new materials, all the things that a new partner could maybe need in the first steps. Okay, our experience in numbers. We have more than 25,000 parts in our digital inventory in this software. More than 30,000 parts manufactured from 2016 to nowadays. And our clients, big companies, also SMEs, but the profile of our clients are big companies like Stanley, Foxconn, ThyssenKrupp, this type of companies. This is our, we are located in Asturias. This is our factory. We have the workshop with the machines. We have also quality labs, also another technologies, commercial technologies, just to test and to analyze if it's possible to automate another technologies. In R&D, this is just a proof of our lines. The most important project now for Tritive maybe is the binder jetting project. This is a project to develop a new machine below this technology. We are developing this machine together with Foxconn. Foxconn is one of the biggest electronics manufacturers in the world. It's from Taiwan. He exports more than the 60% of the electronics in the world. The second example is we are trying to introduce the additive manufacturing in education here in Spain. And we have a project in which we put 4 machines in different centers, educational centers, to step by step trying to increase the knowledge of this technology from the students. And the third line is the circular economy. We are working together also with the Meta industry in a project to trying to get value from the waste, from in this case from the cedar, in the process to generate the cedar to produce the cedar. Here in Asturias is really typical. These products is used the apple from the waste of this process. We take this material to produce filament to use in additive manufacturing and to try to give a second life of this material that until now was not used for nothing. And we are in the phase 1. Now we are trying to looking forward to find the applications for this new material, and yeah, we are now trying to close the first phase. And this is more or less all of my presentation about Tritive and about our lines.
Thank you very much, Guillermo,
Thank
for
you.
showing us your what 3D is and tell us a little bit more about your projects. And yes, we are collaborating with you in
Yeah.
that. interesting project about the waste of the cider, and yeah, we will be showing the results soon, I think.
Okay,
If
so
you have
thank you.
any questions, thank you, Guillermo. If you have any question, please just raise your hand or write it down on the chat, and we will answer to them later. To not waste any more time, we go on with Paco Alaid from Pibico. Whenever you want, Paco.
Okay, can you see my
Yes,
screen? And okay,
perfectly.
perfect. So we can start. Hello everyone, and a warm thank you to Cluster Meta Industry to Azucena and Silvia and Jose Ramon for inviting us to this workshop. I'm Francisco Alaez, CTO at Pibico, and it's my great pleasure to introduce our company and one of our projects. Pibico is an innovative company founded in 2019 by two engineers in Asturias. Our primary goal is to support companies in their growth through our two main business lines. The first one draws on our experience in the industry, providing traditional consultancy services to our clients. But the second business line is where we truly shine. We specialize in bringing digital transformation customized projects, incorporating state-of-the-art Internet of Things devices on top of a free open source software platform. This enables our clients to achieve their digitalization and remain competitive in their respective markets. At Pibico, we believe in the power of open innovation, and we are excited to share with you how our work can help revolutionize the industry. We talk now about our all-in-one product and its versatility and power. Pilot is more than just a tool. It is our Swiss Army knife for all digital projects. Joined together, Pilot and our team's expertise and experience make us capable of performing digital transformations at any level for any client in any sector. We have a unique blend of technical backgrounds, advanced user expertise, project management skills, and directorial oversight. Pilot is the backbone of our tech business, providing all the necessary components to create tailor-made web applications that fit the unique needs of any project. It is complemented by the use of external IoT devices. In the picture, you see a representation of machines, workers, and production methods for a machining workshop along the different industrial revolutions. We have passed from manual controls or assisted by spreadsheets to new management methods up to machine learning. We provide this comprehensive toolkit for any digital transformation. With Pilot and the integration of IoT devices, we can help our clients predict outcomes, automate processes, and gain valuable insights from their data. But now is the time to unveil our cutting-edge project based on this Pilot platform, the ZC360 Geo. The name stands for Zero Carbon 360 Green Energy Optimizing Algorithms. Our aim is to move towards a sustainable future in renewable gas production facilities by harnessing the power of artificial intelligence to optimize facility operations. The key objectives of the artificial intelligence-powered optimization framework include maximize gas production, minimize power consumption, optimize maintenance tasks, ensure certificates of renewable origin through blockchain, and provide an API for forecasting and data access. To achieve these goals, the ZC360 Geo solution offers several essential features. Is secure, accessible, and scalable. we utilize private cloud infrastructure for data security and compliance, alongside a web-based platform for ease of access and collaboration. Has user-friendly interface with artificial intelligence-assisted modeling and predictions. It also provides seamless integration with IoT devices for data collection, making monitoring easier for operators. It's transparent and secure tracking by incorporating blockchain technology. This technology streamlines the certification process and auditing, and is offering an API for accessing real-time and historical data. This requirement allows for seamless integration and data exchange with third-party systems. In this project, data is the lifeblood that fuels optimization, efficiency, and innovation. The first stage of the ZC360 Geo project is dedicated to collecting, processing, and analyzing data, creating a solid foundation for the AI-driven optimization. For the artificial intelligence algorithms to perform their magic, they need accurate data to train and validate their models. Having a production facility at our disposal enables us to collect this essential information. IoT devices help to collect data from different sources, and once the data is collected, the next step is pre-processing. By cleaning and normalizing the data, the project ensures the information is suitable for artificial intelligence-driven analysis. Outliers are removed, and categorical data is converted into numerical representations as needed. The outcome of this stage includes trending reports and the detection of critical failure events, which are invaluable for maintenance and operational improvements. The final activity in this stage is identifying the most relevant features that influence hydrogen production based on real-time and historical data. The ultimate aim of the ZC360 Geo project is to develop accurate forecasts and optimize the benefits of renewable gas production facilities through predictive models. This process involves several key steps. First, algorithm selection such as linear regression, decision trees, or neural networks. Ensemble methods and deep learning techniques can also be considered for more complex modeling challenges. And second, model training. The dataset is split into training and validation sets. The model's parameters are then adjusted to minimize the prediction error on the validation set, ensuring the highest possible accuracy. And now, in the model evaluation, the performance of the trained model is assessed using various metrics. Cross-validation is performed to ensure model's consistency and reliability. It's time for a model optimization to improve the model's performance, making it more effective in forecasting. In the integration, the platform and API are incorporated into the operation and maintenance. Finally, it is essential to monitor the model's performance continuously and update it periodically in an iterative process for further refinement for optimal performance. And at the end, the future always deals with uncertainty, but at this stage, we will have a new product and can go to market to unlock the full potential of renewable gas production facilities in order to transform the operation and maintenance at a new level of control and optimization, and experience the power of artificial intelligence-driven optimization for renewable gas production, boosting efficiency, reducing costs, and driving sustainability. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any doubt or comment, please do not hesitate to contact us through the mail in the slide or through our website. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Francisco. Such an interesting and ambitious project.
Yeah.
I could like to say that if you want to leave your contact details on the chat, just in case anyone wants to contact you during the website.
Okay.
Right. And Guillermo, please do so if you want. if anyone has any question to ask, I think it was really well explained and it was really interesting, but just in case. And just as a reminder, telling you that this website is this workshop, sorry, it's being recorded, so we will upload it to our main YouTube channel, Meta Industry One, and we will share it with all the assistants and through our networks. I think we can go on with the last but not least speaker we have today, who is Rafael Martinez from the company Dogram.
Thank you very much. Please, can you confirm that you can see my screen, please?
We can say it, yes. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
You.
First of all, I want to thank the organizers for inviting us to be part of this such amazing panel with some other companies that are doing amazing things, amazing projects. I'm one of the partners at Dogram. To be honest, I'm not the technical guy in order to go deep into details. If you need extra information, I will put some extra contacts in order to be able to answer your technical questions in detail. But I guess to give you a whole picture about what we are trying to propose to the audience, I think I'm capable to do so. We as a company, Dogram, we are based in Asturias as well, in the north part of the country. We are specialized in everything related with digitalization. Thank you for my prior speaker, because he was able to explain deeply the possibilities of digitalization. We can be also involved in that strategy, in that idea, in that trend, but when it comes to try to capture the physical reality and put in the digital world. So we are able to play a role in digital twins. That's precisely what we are going to talk about, okay? It's also a broad concept, and not that bigger like digitalization, but when it comes to digital twins, possibilities are also huge. There are different spheres out there. There are different possibilities. There are different axes, if I can call it in that way, okay? But let's say now everything started from the physical space that you want to convert in virtual space. That's the reason why we put this chart. Depending what are the purposes that will be also in the physical space, it has to be integrated, sensoric, or whatever, we will see later on. But you want to have a virtual space in order to monitorize or in order to play with it for different reasons, different purposes, okay? Obviously, all this is accessible finally at the final stage on a device, a physical device that could be in your hand, such as a phone or in your laptop, okay? Obviously, in this context that we are talking today, digital twins has to be applied in certain things that we will have to accelerate the decarbonization of the intensive industrial companies. Okay, that's the reason why we are here. We are here to propose to any of you, any third party that are wondering how to try to move a physical plant. For example, I don't know, let's say a coal plant that it's working with some materials that you want to change, moving one plant from coal to green hydrogen, just for the sake of the argument, and you need to make a whole refurbishment of the plant, and you need to create an engineering project, an engineering procurement and construction project in order to move one plant that currently is using coal or to some other, let's say, sustainable sources such as biomass or waste materials, or as I mentioned, green hydrogen. So the context of our proposal will be to try to help a third party, engineer firm, construction firm, whatever, developers that want to move one particular plant, one particular industry to a greener one. When it comes to digital twins, we have certain experience in doing that, in being involved in plants, in complicated plants, I must say, such as steel industry, oil and gas industry, nuclear industry. So we are able to work in complex environments. We have plenty of experience on that. I will cover later on this type of projects, but I want you to show you, because it's quite complicated to be specific with some own details because of the problems with the confidentiality of the projects. I want to explain you here in detail how digitalization projects look. Let me try to maximize, if I'm able to do so, how a digital twin project could look. Okay, maybe this one will be better. Let me see. Okay, so imagine a factory, as I mentioned, is electro-intensive, that you want to replace, I don't know, 100,000 square meters of this plant, and you want to replace it with engineering complex activities that you want to work at. We are able to capture all these things that you are seeing here. Every time that you see a movement, a signal here on the screen, that implies that there is a scanner placed there, scanning the reality. That helps you to use it as plans in order to perform engineer projects. That gives you the chance also to access to complicated part of the factory in order to reach certain places that you need to go into detail, because you need a lot of precision in order to prepare the refurbishment or the improvement area engineer project. All these possibilities that gives you the laser scanner capabilities in order to be managed afterwards at the office with the engineer firms that has to work in a particular project. Okay, these are some of the projects that are for the general public audience. And here there is another thing that I want to show you. That is what the reality, even though it looks like a video. When you play a simple click, you generate a cloud painting, cloud painting with hundreds of millions of points. This point cloud helps you to generate any type of measure that you want to do. Every image is automatically split in 100 millions of points that helps you to generate data in order to measure, to prepare engineer prospects, engineer plans, engineers layouts. As you can see, with that just one click, one of the functions of the laser scanning, you are capturing the reality with a physical laser that helps you to identify millions of points that helps you to measure from one point to the other, in able to do engineering projects. This is something that we already applied as a company. We already applied, as I mentioned, in the nuclear sector, in the oil and gas, and most recently in the wind energy, especially in the marine and the aeolic sector, in the marine and the wind marine farms that are built in Europe and worldwide. Okay. Dogran, to go straight to the point, is a small medium enterprise company based in Asturias. We found our company 10 years ago. We are working with big projects and companies out there, but we also have our own research and development department. We are pretty active on that. It's true that today we are offering our current capabilities, but we are open to discuss any particular idea in order to develop a new methodology, mainly new methodology, because to be completely honest, we are not going to be competitive developing new hardware or new software itself. Big companies such as Leica, Topcon, I don't know, Faro or any other companies that are present on the capital markets, such as the NASDAQ index, etc., they will have a lot of resources to try to develop, to improve the capturing methods, such as scanners, rather than methodology. So we are working more on research and development point of view on methodologies rather than measurement capturing devices, let's say. So digitalization has to be with both digital twins, but also, as I mentioned, with metrology. Remember, everything that we capture is able to be measured for engineering purposes every time that you have to do a revamping or refurbishment of a certain area, because you want to move one factory with a current source of energy to another alternative green energy to be supplied. This idea of digitalization, both from digital twins and methodology 4.0, has been applied, and we are doing that in all these different sectors. As I mentioned, mainly nuclear, oil and gas, renewables, and design engineer. They are the four verticals, if I must call it in this way, where we are more present. But obviously, renewables is one of the most growing sector for us in the last 5 years, I must say. As I said before, we are not going to work on that I mean, these companies are pretty active, they are pretty competitive, they are improving on a daily basis. The capture methods, the acquisition methods, the 3D digitalization is on Leica, Faro, Topcon hands. So we are going to use, we have our own devices, we have 4 different laser scanners. If we need to acquire a new one because it's better than the current that we have, and the particular project requires that, we are going to do so, okay? Because for us, it's just a tool. We are pretty agnostic. We don't care. For us, it's just a tool. So if a project requires a specific tool, we can acquire it, we can buy it, or we can hire it. It's not a problem. This is pretty important. We are working in complex industry firms that requires an extra protection when it comes to data. That's the reason why I cannot show you that much about our projects, because are pretty sensitive. There are strategic installations, or such as nuclear plants or ports or some other companies that they don't want to disclose the projects that they are working on for strategic purposes. But having said so, we have this security management procedure in place. We have this Bureau Veritas certification, the ISO 27001. We have it in place since 3 or 4 years ago, because we know it's a challenging environment and we have to be prepared. Okay? On the other hand, we were able to work with these big guys out there, big fishes out there in the nuclear and the oil and gas industry mainly. If we were able to do so, we are able to support you in any project that you can propose, okay? This is another one example in terms of metrology, how the digitalization, the physical capture of a certain project or certain particular complex element that you need to understand how is exactly defined. This is an as-built with millions of points that are giving us a lot of data in terms of measurement that could be used later on with engineering purposes or fabrication, manufacturing purposes, okay? Here, there is another example of the nuclear plant with this digital twin in these facilities. Is also used for training purposes. And in this case, this is very interesting because when it comes to revamping, and in this context that we are talking about, potentially moving a plant that is actually is using an energy source such as coal or whatever, and we want to move it to biomass, waste materials, or green hydrogen, this type of reactors has to be replaced potentially. So there are certain parts of the factory has to be revamped or rebuilt, and certain key elements such as a reactor has to be replaced, and you need to check that a reactor that has been built is going to fit in the current facilities. This is something that we are doing. Technical specifications, finally how you manufacture this piece, and finally how this complex piece, this complex element is fitting in a particular plant. This is something that we are doing on a constant basis. This is the digital twin model in order to understand what we call interference analysis, to understand if this equipment is going to fit in a particular place when potentially you will have millimeters of tolerance to fit, okay? This is part of the things that we are doing. Last but not least, this is another clear example. When it comes to renewables, you have offshore wind farms that are already designed and implemented, doing this particular work in the process of scanning and digitalizing all the elements, all the key elements that are going to be installed in the Baltic Eagle, in the wind farm, or wherever, in Boston, Massachusetts, in all this coast worldwide. This is a snapshot. It is a picture of the current customers that we are working for, or the current clients that we are working for. But obviously, these are the big fishes. But we are open to collaborate with any proposal, any idea related with this transformation of current plants that need to be updated to the new reality. And it's something that we are not wondering. As you can see here, guys, here in Spain we have a good example. This is a thermic plant that was managing and creating energy with coal, and it's going to be moved to a biomass and waste disposal way of filling the plant in order to generate energy with, let's say, sustainable or green sources. That is going to generate 240 new jobs here in Asturias. So yeah, we are open to try to collaborate in this type of projects with our current capabilities. Thank you for your time. I'm going to write my contact details, and if you need any extra information, I'd be glad to answer to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rafael. We have a question on the chat. I don't know if you can say it, or Greg, if you can say it out loud, if you want.
Does the project include real-time laser scanning for construction of, and I can see not the rest of the, sorry. Can you read it for me, because I don't see the whole answer?
Yeah,
here
Greg,
it is.
if you.
Does the project include real-time laser scanning for construction of the digital twin of the industrial environment? Does the project include real-time laser? What do you mean by real-time laser scanning?
Yeah. So hi, I'm Greg. I mean, is there any solution to scan in real time while, for example, a mobile robot or whatever is moving around, to use a system like laser scanners to scan the environment around and create instantly the digital twin of the environment or an object?
It could be, but for the purposes that we are talking here, you don't need this sense of urgency. Okay, when you want to do something from an engineering point of view, they prefer to. We use robots to access to complex places. The use of the robots has to be with physical complicated access, that we have to use robots in order to capture the reality, because we need to access there in order to take the photos, the laser scanner itself. But when it comes to real sending data, it's not that needed in this particular type of project in our expertise.
Yeah, I was thinking actually as a good use case, because we have built a teleoperation system with virtual reality and a robotic platform to move in complex or dangerous environments. So you need real time to create the digital environment in order to navigate the robot or make it interact with areas of interest.
Usually what we provide, let's say, is the context. Where are the things placed, and we are able to capture that. So if you want to do that for engineering purposes, you will have time to do it at office level. In fact, there is an important thing: the raw cloud point has to be depurated. There are things that you have to elaborate afterwards. So potentially, if we are scanning one particular area in a factory and it takes 1 day, we will need 2 extra days or 3 extra days in order to depurate, okay, the data, to make it more accessible and digestible, because there is a huge size of, when it comes to transfer the data in real time, keep in mind that you are generating thousands of tons of data, and this is something important to transmit as well.
Yeah, that's true. But in case of an industrial environment, maybe you have preset the digital twin of the area, but also you will need identification of objects moving around. So it will be just some extra information.
Yeah, this is something that we can do. We make some kind of we do some kind of boxes. Okay, we isolate certain areas to be worked in order to reduce the size of the files. On the other hand, there's the real data, in our opinion, is for some other type of projects, which is important as well, just to give you food for thought, okay? We have to be with, I want to track certain things that are happening in real time. Not only the sensors machine that is telling me some kind of predictive maintenance, which is a quite common use, but also if I want to identify workers or people that is entering in my facilities, and I want to localize precisely where they are, because if there is, for example, a chemical escape, some problem, some urgent need that I need to identify where is a person in a facility, such as a port, for example, I'm able to identify with a precision of 1 meter where that person is located exactly. Imagine a factory with 3 or 5 different layers or floors, and you have to identify a rest body, okay, that fell because of there is an escape, chemical escape, and you need to identify the rescuers, have to identify where that person is lying. That helps as well. As well, you need an urgent communication and real-time data. That's one of the case of uses.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Greg, for your question and interesting discussion. And thank you, Rafael, to share with us this digital twin solution that you're working on. And it seems really useful, and it seems really interesting, all the uses it can have, and because it can be applied to a lot of sectors. So it is really interesting. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting us. My pleasure.
Thank you very much. So I don't know if there is any more questions on the chat, or whoever wants to to say it out loud. It's your time. It's your last opportunity because this is our last workshop. So, well, we're 5 minutes uh, over the time of this workshop, but yeah, just again, I remind you that it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel as the same as the other ones. Uh, yeah, thank you, Azucena, on the chat. Thank you to all our speakers, and thank you everyone to be here. And I think we can just stop the session here, and we would love to see your projects on our open call. So just yeah, if you have any question or do you have anything in which we can help, just do not hesitate to contact us or visit our website or any of our clusters websites or networks, and we will be happy to answer. So thank you everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening. Bye
Have a
bye.
nice
Thank
evening. Yeah.
you.
Yeah, same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, let's wait a little bit so then we can have a small discussion.
I think you can stop the recording.